OpenAI didn't ship a tool. They shipped your replacement. April 16th, Codex changed. The cursor moves on its own. The agent never sleeps. By next year, 3 million developers won't need to. Every 6 months, someone says AI is taking your job. They're usually wrong. This time is different. Past AI tools needed you. They drafted code, you shipped it. They suggested edits, you approved them. They were assistants, you were the worker. Codex doesn't suggest, Codex does. It opens your laptop, clicks your mouse, files your pull requests, updates your Jira tickets, posts in Slack. You're not the worker anymore, you're the prompt. 3 million developers signed up. Numbers double every quarter. The wait list is gone. You can start tonight. Your manager already did the math. One Codex license costs less than your hourly rate. By a lot. OpenAI quietly dropped 5 upgrades in one update. Most developers haven't read them yet. By the time they do, the floor will have moved. 10 minutes. 6 things you didn't see coming. 1 conclusion you can't unsee. Beat 1. The cursor isn't yours anymore. Background computer use. Codex now sees your screen. Moves its own cursor. Clicks its own buttons. Types its own keys. Not in a sandbox. On your real machine. In your real apps. Codex opens VS Code. Reads your repo. Spots the bug. Writes the fix. Commits the change. Files the pull request. Drops a Slack message saying it's ready. You watch the cursor move. You didn't touch the keyboard. Multiple Codex agents run in parallel. One debugs your backend. Another writes your tests. A third updates your tickets. They finish in minutes. This isn't autocomplete. This isn't pair programming. This is a coworker that doesn't ask for time off. Mac shipped April. Windows is rolling. Linux is next. The Pro tier costs $200 a month. $200 to replace what you charge by the hour. The first companies to ship this are running pilot programs right now. Not next quarter. This quarter. The cursor is the new resignation letter. It moves. You watch. Beat 2. OpenAI turned MCP from Claude's early advantage into table stakes. 90 plugins, 1 update, Atlassian, CircleCI, CodeRabbit, GitLab, Microsoft Suite, Linear, Notion, Slack, Salesforce, Render. The list keeps going. Each plugin gives Codex 3 things: skills, app integrations, an MCP server, MCP, model context protocol. Anthropic invented it, donated it to a foundation. OpenAI joined as a co-founder. The ecosystem became neutral. Then OpenAI shipped 90 integrations in one drop. More than the rest of the industry combined. The protocol Anthropic invented to give Claude an edge. It's now the standard everyone ships against. The edge collapsed. The advantage became the floor. Translation Codex talks to your tools the way you do. Through the screen. Through the buttons every employee already knows. The economic moat of every business software company just collapsed. Their UI was the lock-in. Codex doesn't care about your UI. Codex clicks it. The plugins are the Trojan horse. Computer use is the army. Every business app you use was built for humans. Codex doesn't care that it was. It uses them anyway. Beat 3. Codex remembers everything. Memory shipped in preview last month. Tell Codex once you prefer 2-space indent. It never asks again. Tell it your team uses PyTest. It never imports Unitest. Tell it your boss reviews PRs Friday afternoon. It schedules commits Friday morning. Memory is corrections. Memory is preferences. Memory is the years of context your manager spent training you. Codex absorbs it in days. The context took you 3 years to build. Codex stores it in a profile. Switches between profiles per project. Never forgets a meeting. Never misreads a Slack thread. A junior developer with a well-trained Codex outperforms a senior developer without one. Not in 10 years. Right now? The career ladder rewarded experience. Tenure, pattern recognition built over years. Memory just compressed all of that into a model file. Companies will discover their senior and junior engineers produce identical output. Both use the same codex. Both have similar memory. The salary gap doesn't survive that. Pause. 3 beats in. Here's what nobody on Twitter is saying. Computer use is interesting. Plugins are interesting. Memory is interesting. Together, they're a layoff letter. Each feature alone is a productivity boost. Combined, they remove the human from the loop. What's left? You approving the work. Being the rubber stamp. For now, 3 more beats. Each one closes another door. Stay with me. Beat 4. Codex now schedules its own work. Automations shipped in the same April update. You hand Codex a project. 2 weeks of work. Codex breaks it down. Wakes up at 3 am to compile. Wakes up at 7 am to read your email. Picks up where it left off. Updates the ticket. Drops a status in Slack. You log in Monday. The work is done. 3 days of work. done in one night, by a process that doesn't bill overtime. Friday 5 p.m. You assign a task Monday 9 a.m. You review the pull request. The weekend wasn't yours. It wasn't Codex's either. Codex doesn't have weekends. Automations removed the last human bottleneck. The bottleneck wasn't typing. It wasn't the IDE. It was you. Being awake. A single Codex job can run continuously for a full sprint. Sprints aren't sprints anymore. They're processes. The org chart still has your name on it. The work doesn't. Beat 5. The model nobody told you about. GPT 5.5. OpenAI's latest frontier model. Stronger reasoning, better code, cleaner edits, fewer hallucinations. There was no keynote, no live stream, no countdown. It shipped as a changelog entry inside the Codex update. OpenAI launched a frontier model and chose to launch it as a feature of a developer tool. Codex isn't a feature. Codex is the product. The model is just plumbing. Anthropic launches Claude with stage announcements. Google launches Gemini with developer keynotes. OpenAI launched GPT 5.5 as a checkbox in a settings menu. That's what confidence looks like. If you're using Codex right now, you're already on a frontier model. You probably didn't know. You're getting frontier intelligence at the price of a Plus subscription. Free tier users get the previous model. The frontier is gated by a credit card. The gap between paid and free just widened. The frog is in the pot. Codex turned up the heat without telling anyone. Beat 6. Who survives this? 3 categories. Category 1. The replaced. Junior developers writing tickets from Jira. Mid-level engineers maintaining legacy code. QA teams running manual tests. Customer support agents triaging tickets. Operations engineers writing the same Terraform every quarter. These jobs disappear in 18 months. The economics don't work anymore. One Codex license at $300 beats $10,000 of headcount. Category 2. The leveraged. Senior engineers reviewing Codex output 10 times faster than they can write it. Architects designing systems Codex implements. PMs specifying what Codex executes. Tech leads steering 5 Codex agents at once. They get raises. Their teams shrink. Their leverage goes through the roof. Category 3. The irreplaceable. People who deal with humans. Make taste decisions. Handle ambiguity, conflict, design vision. Founders. Investors. Anyone who decides what gets built and why. Most of you are in category 2. Your team of 8 becomes 3 plus 30 Codex agents. The 3 are decision makers. The 30 are doers. The 5 who got cut were doers too. Here's what you do today. 1. Install Codex. Find what it can do. That gap is your job security. 2. Train its memory on your codebase, your patterns, your team's conventions. 3. Become the reviewer, not the competitor. The reviewer survives, the competitor loses. Codex is bonus beat. The math no one runs out loud. $20 a month, Codex Plus. Same price as ChatGPT, $200. Codex Pro. Same as a junior developer's monthly Slack budget. Multiply across a 50-person team, $10,000 a year. To replace what you pay one engineer in a single quarter. The CFO doesn't need a meeting to approve that. The CFO needs a calculator. Anthropic's Claude Code costs the same as Codex. The difference is the plugins. The difference is the memory. The difference is the computer use. The pricing matches. The capability doesn't. 6 months ago, this was a research preview. 6 months from now, this is the default. The window between is your last chance to learn the tool that replaces you. After that, you're paying to learn it from someone who already did. They charge more. The early adopter and the late adopter were never on the same career path. They just had the same job for a few months, briefly, before one became the manager and the other became the resume. That's the math. Now stay for the closer. Because the closer is where you decide which side of this you want to be on. It isn't coming for your job. Codex is your job. The cursor moves. The plugins fire. The memory grows. The model thinks. The automations run. 5 upgrades. 1 April afternoon. Most of you missed it. Now you've seen it. You can fight it. You can ignore it. Or you can use it before your boss finds out. 3 million developers already use it every week. Their managers are next. Their teams are next. Skeptics will say this is hype. They said the same about ChatGPT. 2 years later, they're using it daily. The skeptics caught up. The early adopters had 2 years of leverage. The gap between a Codex user and a non-Codex user is no longer a productivity gap. It's an employment gap. 3 things to do today. Install Codex, build memory, become the reviewer. The cursor moves whether you watch or not. Pick a side. Subscribe. Comment Codex below for the install guide and the prompt pack I use. You've been warned. The clock started April 16th.